Let's see now when to use the imperfect past tense in Italian. You use it with ongoing past actions. In this case, the Italian imperfetto corresponds to the English phrase was or were plus the ing form of the verb. So every time you have in English the phrase was or were plus the ing form of the verb, you use the Italian imperfetto. I'm giving you an example. While I was sleeping, you were eating. In this case, you see I was sleeping and you were eating. So two phrases that combine the verb to be, the past of to be, plus the ing form of the verb to sleep and to eat. So this is the case when I have to use the Italian imperfetto. So while is mentre, and then I was sleeping. Io dormivo, imperfetto, and you were eating, tu mangiavi. The imperfect past tense is also used with habitual actions in the past. In this case, the Italian imperfetto corresponds to the English phrase used to plus the base form of the verb and describes recurring activities in the past. So every time that you have in English the phrase used to plus the base form of the verb, use the Italian imperfetto. Let me give you an example. I used to go to school by bike. You have the phrase used to followed by the base form of the verb to go. So you know that you must use the Italian imperfetto of the verb andare. So is io andavo a scuola in bicicletta. Another example. Like all boys, I used to play soccer every day. Here you have I used to play. So you must use the imperfect tense of the verb giocare. To play in Italian is giocare. So, come tutti I ragazzi, like all boys, io giocavo a calcio tutti I giorni. But the imperfetto is also used to describe people, animals, objects, place in the past. Since in the majority of these cases, both English and Italian use the same verb essere, to be, it's going to be easy for you to remember to choose the imperfetto. When in English, for example, a person, an animal, an object, a place, or a situation is described with was or were, in Italian, the form ero, eri, era, etc. must be used. For example, I was blonde. Io ero biondo. Their house was very small. La loro casa era molto piccola. Of course, other verbs can occur while describing, especially avere, to have, that like essere must be always put in the imperfetto. She was very beautiful and had very long hair. Lei era bellissima. Now, in English, you have the simple past, had, but in Italian, since you describe the verb avere, must be in the imperfect tense. So, lei era bellissima e aveva i capelli molto lunghi. The imperfetto is also used to provide background information needed to prepare the hearer or the reader for what took place. For example, it was a beautiful day and everyone was at the sea. Era una bella giornata e tutti erano al mare. So, as you can see, this is the narrative tense that provides background information. In this case, it's easy because also you have a was. So, as you know, if you see were and was, you use the imperfect. It was cloudy and it was raining, same thing. Era nuvoloso e pioveva. The imperfect also provides physical, physiological, and mental states in the past. So if you want to say the way you were yesterday, how you were feeling, you use the imperfetto. So I was sick yesterday. Stavo male. I did not feel like studying. I did not feel like studying. In this case, as you can see, in English, you have the simple past. In Italian, since you're talking about the feeling, you must use the imperfect. Non avevo voglia di studiare. As you know, avere voglia di is the equivalent of to feel like, to have the desire to. And now the last case, the imperfetto is also used to express time and age in the past. It was 5 o'clock. Erano le 5. I was 10 in 2000. Avevo 10 anni nel 2000.